Oh, it came loose. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Back up here at the little creek in the woods. And I'm not so much back here to fish, but more along the lines to test something out. Because everybody has problems with night crawlers melting or dying way early, you know, this time of year, because it's hot. So, I got to sniffing around on Cabela's a couple of weeks ago and found this thing. Let's get out here in the shade, or out of the shade so you can kind of see it. But this is more or less just a freezable lunchbox made by Packet, and it's got, you know, gel liners and all that stuff, and it's plenty of room for a couple of tubs of night crawlers. So let me get this thing unzipped real quick, that way you can kind of see what it looks like. I tossed in one of these little thin freezer packs just as a little extra insulation, or extra temperature, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's a very small pack. It'll fit in the top of your backpack or whatever, or you can just clip it to something. But it's got the gel liners, keep stuff nice and cool, especially if you put another little freezer slab thing in there. So I've already got my rod holders out, so I've already got some other rods rigged up, so we're gonna get to fishing. Might get joined by a Cast Blast camp here in a little while, don't know. So let's get to fishing. All right, I'll set these two rods up here on the thing while I get the first one casted out, instead of having them all tangled up. It's pretty humid out today. It's like it's not hot, but it's not cold. But basically what I'm doing here is just a couple split shots above a longer shank hook and just letting them sit on the bottom. All right, rods are all set out, full of night crawler, and we're ready to go. Now, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been up in this area just because it's been so hot. Nothing's really been biting. But we got some rain in last night. The water levels have come up and cooled down a little bit, so hopefully fish are going to be biting. And on top of that, they are kind of sort of coming off spawn. But this is a little box I'm talking about here. It's just enough room for 2 tubs of night crawlers. And if you have a little ice block type thing, I don't know if that one will fit down in there now. Barely. One of the smaller, like thicker square ones would fit better, but should, in theory, keep your worms in better shape. And we haven't even been filming for a little over, well, not even 5 minutes, 30 seconds yet, and already getting bit. So hopefully that's a good sign. Fish. And it is Le Drum. And you know what? We've been talking about doing a catch and cook on these things for a while now. Chill out. So I'm gonna go see if I got my stringer with me, and I'm pretty sure I do. And we're gonna toss this dude back down there. All right, you on the stringer, so you're gonna get fried up. We're gonna find out about that drum life, see what that's all about. I just noticed something besides this rod getting bit. This side of this bridge is super green and algae and nasty, and this side is cleaner. See, all that algae and stuff that's floating around and mixed in with it. This side, much cleaner. What's that all about? And it pretty much, well, I got bit and it set me into a log. But what I was saying is it pretty much stops. The algae stops right here under the bridge. It literally does not go any farther. Oh, fish is still on. Came loose-fied. Whatever it is, it ain't real big. It's a red breast. That's good that we didn't lose it. I mean, we've been here for about 30 minutes, give or take, and while it has been slow, we have been getting bites. We have caught a couple of fish. It's also getting insanely humid. like mucho humid. And I believe it is a good time for some high quality H2O. I've been taking a real good liking to this Propel water. It's kiwi strawberry, electrolytes and all that stuff that's supposed to replace what you lose when you're sweating. Whoops. I read somewhere that water doesn't replace all the electrolytes and stuff that you lose when you're out sweating, and I think I'm getting a bite. That one might be. But it tastes good, and heck, why not? Water really doesn't taste all that great anyway. I prefer this flavored stuff, but I usually keep about a gallon of water with me either way. Well, I was going to try to do something stupid, which is pretty much anytime I do anything. But I got a bite, so I better check on that real quick. Well, nothing there. And something hit this one. Now this one's getting hit again. Oh well, until I rod his boat over touching the water, I ain't worried about it. There was a gar right over here, and I had every intention of chucking a little small bait like right around in front of it, seeing if I could catch it. A lot of people hate gar. I think they're awesome. I mean, they are a pain sometimes, but they're a fun fight. Got it. Oh, it came loose. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I probably could have gotten a much better hook set if I was using a little bit heavier line, but I've only got 6 pound braid down to a 6 pound leader. So yeah, that'll probably be the last that we see of that one. And he chewed that up too, so I'll have to cut and retie here in a second, give him a chance to cool down. Fish. Ain't nothing big, but it counts. I could cut that one up and use it as cut bait, but I ain't going to. And I could also put it out as live bait on one of my actual cat rods, but I really don't feel like dealing with it. Really, it's just because of this heat. Cause this heat definitely sucks the motivation right out of you. All right, there's that gar again. Tighten my drag just a little bit. Seriously, what's the deal here? Oh, I really want to catch that gar. That's a different one. And I am almost positive that one's a melanistic. Man, I really, really want that gar, because if that's a melanistic fish, then that'll be my first like solid black fish I've ever caught. I've caught a couple of smallmouths that were really, really dark, but nothing like full on. Got it. See if I can work it around here. Gotcha. Gotcha. And I do not have my pliers on me, so you're just gonna have to hold on for a minute. Broke my hook, but got this little spotted gar. Pretty fish. God, these things stink. A lot of people hate these things, and they can be a pain, but they're a fun fish. They fight really good, so let's get it back. Well, I don't know what those two did while I was fighting with that one, but we're messy. All right, about 2 hours in. See how much this thing's held up. Let's set that there for now. The inside has still got a couple of spots that are kind of slushy, so it's still got some ice in there. The majority of it has pretty much melted, but it's still cold. I mean, it would still be beating, leaving your worms or whatever out in this 105-degree weather. But yeah, you got plenty of room in there. If you were to throw a couple of those little ice packs in there, like the ones that I brought here, you would have quite a bit more time with it. But yeah, it's been about 2.5 hours. I would say by hour 4 it would be warmed up, probably hour 5 really. But for 18 bucks, is it worth it? I think so. And I'm getting bit. But if you're going to be buying worms at $4 a tub, which is about the average nowadays, somebody said that they spent almost 20 bucks on 2 tubs of worms. Come on, take it. Stay on. It'll pay for itself after a couple of trips. So 18 bucks for, you know, 4 or 5 hours worth of cooling time, and it'll probably hold a decent temp even after that. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. I'll leave a link in the description so you can go check it out on Cabela's or Bass Pro's website. So let's go see if this fish is on here. Probably ain't, but we'll see.
Oh, we got him out. Slab gill.
Yeah, I've been here for going on 3 hours now, and he shows up in the first cast and gets one.
What was it, like 5-10 seconds?
If that.
It's not a bad gill.
That one's not bad.
Your flap got flapped up under his plate there. There we go. I'd say about 7 inches, somewhere in there.
Yeah, 6-7 inches.
Somewhere in there, yeah. That's not bad. Didn't take long either. Got the skunk buster off. Alrighty, guys. Not a bad fish. Good bluegill. Let's see if we can do it again. Another good bluegill.
That's something.
Another slab gill.
That one's about the same size, or maybe just a little hair bigger than the first one.
Maybe 1/4 inch bigger, maybe. But oh, he's got a little wound on his
Yeah,
belly there.
Looks like we're a lamprey or something that got him, or a turtle.
Yeah, maybe I was thinking maybe a turtle tried to snip out in there or something, but not a bad gill. Second catch. Let's go ahead and get him back in the water. Hopefully he doesn't. Oh, knew it. Open your little mouth there, feller. Yep, not a bad gill. Bye-bye. Woo! Heck yeah. Well, a couple fish so far, not too bad.
This spot is definitely a morning bite kind of place, mostly because the sun is not beaming down on you from straight above and from the west. Fish. I can tighten my drag, it ain't that big, and 2 pound can handle it easy.
You got 2 pound on?
Yeah.
That's a gill.
Yep. Of course, considering my luck this morning, or this afternoon, any of them's nice.
Yeah, I agree with that. Any fish is not so recent.
Yeah, I remember when I was little, I'd take my little plastic toy bow and all that and shoot at my grandma's chickens, and the one time I actually connected with one, I freaked out and didn't know what the hell to do. That's another one. Well, in the amount of time that I've spent messing with these little Berkeley gulps this afternoon, they have outperformed the worms as far as fish in the amount of time being used.
This is all I've ever seen at it, but I haven't seen it all my life, but it depends on back in the day. That's a good fish splash over there. 2 of them, I think. Oh, he got one too.
Itty bitty one. Heck, I didn't even know this one was on. Now, I need to take pictures of it for my logbook anyway. Alright, y'all, the bite has really got slow, so I'm going to take this little drum that we caught earlier and go ahead and get it filleted and in a bag with some hot sauce and let it marinate till probably tomorrow and then fry it up. Alright, I'm going to use my bait rag to hold it still, that way I don't slip and remove appendages. I get questions every so often how I fillet fish, and that's pretty much the same for all of them. If I'm using just a manual blade cut behind the head, just work the way down and then just going over the ribs, that way you don't have to deal with cutting them out. That is a pretty good white meat. Look, there's not a lot of red in that. Have to rake off all the scales, but but that is a pretty good size fillet off of that size of fish.
Yeah, it's good. It's not bad.
This guy has done a drum catch and cook, so I'll leave that video or link in the description so you can go check his out. I don't know if I want to do, well, I've already got the stuff to do it my way, but I kind of want to do one the way you did, because I never use lemon pepper. I've done it with tilapia, but I've never done it with anything else. And if you don't have one of the little vise things where you clamp them down and get the fillet off that way, you can fix that little problem with a good pair of pliers. Got a bunch of scales, but scales just end up like popcorn kernels, get wedged in your teeth. Ain't no big deal. Alright, there's one, and there is 2. I'm going to take some Louisiana Crystal. God, that stuff smells good. It's almost like buffalo sauce, but without that buffalo flavoring with it. I'll just scoot all my shit out of the way if you have to. Dang, this stuff's already turning white from being in all that hot sauce and marinating in it, but I'm going to let it marinate for at least till tomorrow. Alright, it is the next day, and our little drum fillets have been marinating for almost 24 hours now. And that Louisiana Crystal hot sauce is pretty much cooked by itself. But anyway, we're going to get this kicked off real quick and just use some plain whisker secret breading. Well, the Cajun, not the original, because the original, like I've said a couple times when I've used it before, it's kind of salty. Like, I'm not a big fan of the original. I like the Cajun, which, like I've also said, once I go through all my whisker secret stuff, I'm going to branch off to some other stuff that's got a little bit more flavor. Not that there's anything wrong with the whisker secret, but I like some stuff with a little bit more kick to it, so let's get to it. Alright, we're going to start off by draining all this hot sauce out of here and just dumping in some whisker secret breading. Alright, here we go. It's the Cajun stuff. Like I said, I've used it a bunch of times in the videos before. That should be enough. I guess I could have gotten the oil and all that heated up beforehand, but I didn't. It's alright though. Alright, we'll do like that. I've been pouring too much in there the last few times I've done catch and cooks, and this is just a Amazon basic camp burner kit. I have to put a little bit more in there. But yeah, this is just a little Amazon burner kit thing. Of course, you have to buy the isobutane and all that from Walmart or wherever you get it from. And this thing heats up really, really quick. Let's see, that's about right. Drum fillet number 1 going in. Drum fillet number 2 going in. I'll turn that down just a hair. Like I said, this thing heats up quick, so it don't take a long time to get your fish fried or whatever you're putting in there. Oh, that little grease, some of the grease splatter came back to me. It's alright. The oil's starting to burn just a little bit. Just a couple more seconds on that side there, and then we're going to take them out and let them cool down. Kill the heat. Don't touch that. And let these cool down. Alright, well, it's cooled down enough now, so let's see what this drum's all about. You know, I figured I would taste a lot of that hot sauce and the braiding and all that mixed together, but I won't say it wasn't bad at all. Drum is not bad. Like, I've been missing out. Drum is not bad at all. Now, next time I will, you know, try it just the fish and not marinate it in hot sauce or anything like that. But I didn't taste a lot of that hot sauce. Didn't taste a lot of the breading. It's actually really dang good. I like drum. Would I put it up there against white bass, crappie, or walleye? Not a chance. But if you've never had drum, you need to try it. It's actually pretty dang good. It's a very tender meat. It's real nice and flaky, like, you know, pretty much everything else. Drum is pretty dang good. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Going to be doing some more of these drum catching cooks before too long. So again, hope you liked the video. We'll see you in the next one.